you can see different stages of software development lifecycle. Let me explain how does it work. Usually, client come up with a requirement, nothing but a project. That project is analyzed and prepare a documentation by the project management team. These guys prepare a documentation that what exactly client is looking and what could be the final application. This application goes to the development team. So development team understand those requirements and start building the application to fulfill the client requirement. While they are developing, the code will be pushed into the source code repository. Source code repository nothing but where they keep their code. From the source code repository, it will go to the compile stage because source code cannot be deployed directly onto the server. That's the reason. First, it will go to the compilation. Once it is compiled, then it undergo with a unit test. Unit test nothing but whether this code is functioning properly or not. That can be done at the unit test level. Then static analysis. Static analysis nothing but whether we are following the code standards or not. In case some vulnerabilities or security alerts are there, it can be analyzed in the static analysis. Once it is fine, then it goes to the packaging. From packaging, it goes to the environment provisioning. Nothing but to deploy this package, we need servers, right? Those servers are containers or VMs. Here we are going to provision those systems. Then system of records, nothing but if this application may require some inputs from the other applications, those are virtualized, but we can concentrate here very less. Why? Because it will come in the initial stage of your software development lifecycle. Then acceptance test, nothing but whether product is working fine or not. Then deployable software is created. Deployable software means it can be given to the client or anyone. We can deploy it and we can test the application. So here we do unit testing. Here we are going to do the functional testing. Unit testing nothing but we do on the source code. Functional testing we do on the deployable software. So here we do load testing, nothing but what are the resources requirement to run this application, how much CPU RAM is required. Then performance testing, how it is performing after running couple of hours, is it consuming more resources, is there unnecessary resources is it holding. These kind of things done at the testing phase. Ready to release software, once it is undergone with these requirements, if everything looks fine, it is ready to release the software. Then production environment, it will go to the production environment, means production servers with the appropriate approval from the clients. Once it is running on production and everything is fine, client confirms that this product is working as expected. But if we need additional features, again it will go here and this cycle will be continue until this product reaches to the customer expectation. But if you see in the real world, most of the products are continue to enhance because they have to release new features quite frequently to attract the customers. So this entire flow would be continue to work as long as we are releasing new features. Okay, now let's see a little bit of animation. How does it work? I'm going to quickly explain with animation. First requirements goes to the software development team and they build the code and push it into the source code repository. Once it is there in the source code repository, it will go to the compilation stage. Here code get compiled and then unit test runs on the code and unit test reports are sent to the project management team. Then static code analysis and it will go under to packaging. From packaging, it goes to the environment provisioning. Here required infrastructure has been provisioned. Then it go under to system of records and service virtualization. Then acceptance test. Once it pass acceptance test, it goes to the deployable software. It becomes a deployable software. Then load testing. Then performance testing. Once it is done, it will go under as a ready to release software. So once ready to release software, it will go to the customer sign off. If customer agrees, it will go and deploy into the production. This is how the flow will happen. Here, if you see the tools involved at each stage, in the development and configuration stage, we have a Visual Studio and Eclipse, which are used by developers. But actual DevOps engineer work starts from here. So source code repository has to managed by DevOps engineers. Here we can use Bitbucket, Git or GitLab. Here we have a Jenkins, that is continuous integration tool. On Jenkins we have compilation tool called Maven for Java. If it is a .NET, we are going to use MS Build. And unit testing we have Selenium, Proctator, JUnit. And static code analysis we have SonarQube. Packaging we have Nexus and Artifactory. And environment provisioning Chef, Ansible, OpenStack, Kubernetes, Vagrant, Puppet, Docker. All these are environment provisioning tools. Then service virtualization, CA and Lisa. Acceptance test, again Selenium, Proctator. Then identity and access management, these two tools. Application performance monitoring, these tools. Performance load testing, JMeter. Ready to release software, Selenium. These all are come under to testing phase, so we don't deal testing phase much in the DevOps flow. It will be tested on the deployable software. So here whatever happens, this we call it as a functional testing. Testing team involves in the functional testing. Then production environment, here AWS, Kubernetes, Docker, VMware. So these all are the tools we can use. And service management and monitoring, where we can monitor, here we have Logslash, Prometheus, Splunk. These all are tools which can be useful at the service management and monitoring. So if you see, I kept only few tools which are relevant under particular section. Apart from this, there are lot of tools are available, but we need to learn one tool at each category.